Hi, and welcome to Jan's Views on Aviation. Today I'm going to be talking about the Scottsdale Airport runway collision that happened just the other day on Monday, February the 10th. So it involved a Learjet 35A, which had just landed at Scottsdale Airport, which is in Arizona, and it veered off the runway after apparently bouncing onto it looked like it bounced onto the grass for a little while, and then crashed into a Gulfstream 200, which is another business jet on the ramp. It's just so sad to see it. I've seen it a few times. I've seen footage of it, and it's just so very sad to see it. To see it happen, especially when you realise that the pilot of the Learjet died. The co-pilot, I think, is in a serious condition, and the two passengers, which I believe one of them is the girlfriend of the lead singer of Motley Crue, and her friend, they were both seriously injured as well. I've got footage of it that I want to share with you, but typical of me, I want to look at it from a different perspective, and I want to look at it through the perspective of ATC. Before we do that, I think we need to remember that this is the fourth US airport or aircraft accident that's happened in the last 2 weeks. So it's like people who don't really know very much about aviation are all sort of, panicked. And I think it's important to learn a little bit about aviation before you start panicking. And the previous video I did on aviation, I think I explained quite well what happened with those two aircraft incidents or accidents. The one that happened in DC, which was the mid-air collision with the helicopter, and also the Medivac crash that happened in Philadelphia. Two very independent crashes, but all people seem to hear is airline crashes, and that's enough to put panic in anybody, which is understandable, really, isn't it? I mean, yeah. There's also one that I haven't checked out, which was a crash near Nome in Alaska, which claimed all 10 people's lives on there. I don't know. I need to check that out. Anyway, so I think that's enough chatter on here before we look at the clips. But before we do, I just want to ask you, how are you? Are you okay? I'm a bit wibbly wobbly after watching this because it's quite it's quite emotive. But I hope you're well. I hope you're, looking forward to spring just around the corner, supposedly. Anyway, let's get on with this, guys. Okay, so we're back with VAS Aviation. The guy that runs this wonderful channel is called Victor, and he's very quick to put up videos with ATC after an incident, and he hasn't let us down with this one. So let's get into it, shall we?
No one Victor November, your number 2 phone.
Okay, so this is the tower at Scottsdale. It says Scottsdale Tower. This is the plate of the aeroplane. November 8-1 Victor November, and she's saying to him, "You're number 2 following a Cessna now on a mile final." Okay, so he's very close. The Cessna's just about to land, and then she says, "Runway 21 cleared to land."
Calling Cessna now, mile final, runway 21 cleared to land.
I don't think we actually hear him on there. I don't know why, but here's the information here that Victor's put on. Yeah, as I said, it looked as if it bounced and veered off to the left of the runway, crashing into a parked Gulfstream. 200. Now, if you have a look on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see at the bottom, you'll see the airport, Scottsdale Airport, which seems to have a lot of business jets in it. And in actual fact, the Gulfstream is one of these planes here on the bottom, very luxurious. Inside, very, very luxurious. And above it is the Learjet 35 Alpha or 35A. And again, very, very luxurious business jets, both of them. So as you can see, Victor has said the pilot suffered fatal injuries and the three other occupants received serious injuries. So I want to give a trigger warning here. This is the actual footage of what happened. If you have a look up here, this is where the plane's coming in. He's landed in here. As you can see, it looks like it's quite a small airport. I mean, that could be a Gulfstream over there. I'm not sure, but yeah, if you have a look here, you'll see that's the plane coming in. That's the bit where it bounces off. See, just there, bounces off, and you can see all ground and mud or whatever coming up. So let's go back on that bit again, and you'll see it again. Isn't that horrific? It's just awful. I always think, oh, maybe I shouldn't do videos when I'm sounding sad, but yeah, but I think it's important for people to recognize what actually did happen and that accidents do happen. The FAA are confirming that they confirmed the accident, and they also said that it looks as if it was a possible malfunction of the braking system, and that when the pilot braked at that point when he first landed, that's he maybe lost control of the airplane and it veered over. Because I mean, it's unusual for there to be okay, I don't know how big the airport is, but that airport, that plane there, the Gulfstream, does seem very close, doesn't it? So let's carry on.
Next 69, go round.
Okay, so that's the ATC, and she's obviously seen what's happened, and she's now going to have to stop all other aeroplanes landing at the airport.
Aviator 47, start a climb, go around. 1 Alpha Juliet, start a climb, go around. I'll call your crosswind turn. Aviator 69, just fly straight out.
Flying straight out, Aviator 69.
Clear track 18, fly eastbound, please. Exit the airspace.
Fly eastbound, exit airspace, clear track 180.
Good trip 751, maintain pattern out, or I'm sorry, just maintain your altitude and enter a right base, expect to go around. We just had an emergency. November 1, Victor, November, Scottsdale Tower, you up, still on me.
Okay, so that bit there, that is her calling the jet that's landed. Are you up still on me? She's hoping that she's going to hear back from him, but no, he wasn't. He was gone. God rest his soul.
Still on me. November 1, Victor, November, Scottsdale Tower, you on me?
So she's tried again. All these other planes that she's talking to, they were all lined up ready to land after the Learjet. So she now has to stop them coming in. She has to give them vectors to fly off, just to give them altitudes and everything to stay away from the airport.
Aviator 69, expected to depart the field eastbound. Start that turn.
Eastbound, Aviator 69.
Aviator 47, follow company ahead. Follow them eastbound. Start a turn eastbound.
Eastbound, following that traffic, Aviator
1
47.
Alpha Juliet, just fly runway heading. 1 Alpha Juliet, maintain IFR at 5,000 at the departure end. Turn right heading 285.
Now you can hear a bit of a shake in her voice, and I'm not surprised. Can you imagine? She's just seen what's happened. She's tried to communicate with the pilot. He's not answering. She knows what's happened, but she still has to carry on with her job. And I applaud her, as well as applauding all ATC people out there. What they do is incredible. Can you imagine having to do that and still keep your head straight enough to give out the proper instructions to the other planes?
November 1 Alpha Juliet, Scottsdale Tower. November 1 Alpha Juliet, Scottsdale Tower. November 1 Alpha Juliet at the departure and start a right turn to a 285, maintain 5,000. 5,000, 1 Alpha Juliet, contact Phoenix departure. Big Stripe 751, maintain 5,000, overfly the runway. You can expect a heading shortly.
Another way you can tell that these are smaller planes, I mean, they could all be business jets flying in there, is because of their call signs, like Big Stripe and all the other one. She's not calling like Southwest or Delta or British Airways. So you can tell that they're smaller jets, which are just as important. But I cannot believe how strong that woman was. I just can't. So I'm actually doing this video in appreciation or admiration of how strong this woman is.
5,000 will overfly the runway, Big Stripe 751. Aviator 47, and you have company ahead in sight?
We have them in sight. We're following.
Aviator 47, your frequency change is approved. If you want to call Falcon, that's fine. Expect about, it's going to be a while.
She's so good. She's getting her act together. I'm not saying that sounds as if she didn't have her act together. She did have her act together the whole time. But I just hope that this hasn't affected her too badly. And I just can't imagine, guys, Is she going to have dreams about this? Is she going to have flashbacks? I hope not. I really hope not. I hope she's as strong as she sounds.
Roger, Aviator 47, we'll call Falcon. We'll get it figured out. Thanks for the help.
Aviator 43, advise you either go to a different airport or something. It's going to be a while before we're reopened. Big Stripe 751 at the departure and start a right turn heading 210.
At the departure into the runway, right turn heading 210.
Remember, Big Stripe 751, again maintain 5,000 in the right turn, contact Phoenix departure.
Okay, so I think we'll stop listening to her, but as I've said, I can't speak any more highly of her, because she saw it, she knew what happened, and she just had to keep doing her job. I would put ATC or specifically this woman in the category of nurses and doctors, because they continue. It doesn't matter what they're faced with. They know they've got a job to do and they continue doing it. So I just want to have a look at some of the comments underneath before I finish here. So Victor has put, this post will be updated when further official information releases. And that was 5 hours ago. He's got 9 replies. Looks like everyone's thanking him, and thank you for sharing these tragic air incidences, and thoughts and prayers go out to the families and loved ones affected by these tragedies. Amen. So some people saying that there were 5 people on there. I think somebody must have said something about her freaking out. I don't think she freaked out. I mean, would I have freaked out? 100%. I would have just gone, oh my God, what's happened? Oh no. That's what I would have done. That's why I am not, I don't work in an airport, but she didn't freak out. And somebody here has actually said that's not being nervous or freaking out. That's a well-managed burst of adrenaline, which allowed her to be extremely focused and perform at an exceptionally high level so as to keep others safe. What an amazing job after witnessing an awful incident. Well done. That was said by JB171. Well said, matey. Somebody underneath there said, yep, that was really well handled. Adrenaline can be tricky when you don't have training and experience to tap into. She did a great job. Sad for the pilot. Hope the other injuries are not too bad. Somebody underneath said she did a good job, especially considering recent events and what must be going through the minds of ATCs. It's a tough job with many souls that depend on you to not F up. Absolutely. Somebody underneath has put, long time since I've heard someone so completely on top of the situation whilst being so obviously affected. The tremor in her voice raised my heart rate. Huge respect for her. And then she got a red heart. So, okay, we've got one more from someone called Kent Slocum, who says, I am very impressed by the way the ATC catches herself starting to stumble over her words. I mean, I stumble over my words, and I haven't just witnessed a blooming plane crash into another one. So anyway, it's not about me. So he also says takes a moment. She also takes a moment to collect herself and then clearly dictates the correct instructions with precision enunciation. She obviously understands the old adages of measure time, cut once, and an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. I've never heard of them. Anyway, by carefully avoiding misspeak and stopping herself before she issued incorrect instructions, she saved a lot of valuable time and avoided a lot of confusion. Yeah, so everyone, all these are saying, well done. Okay. Oh, apart from this one called Over the Tip. Yeah. Okay. She was freaking out, but remained very professional. Kudos to the ATC. No, she wasn't freaking out. From the picture, it looked to me like she had a front row seat to the unfolding accident. All the adrenaline released at that moment wanted to play. I agree that she kept her head impressively straight in the situation and led everyone else to a safe path. She wasn't freaking out. It was adrenaline. Exactly. That's what it was. And I have to say, she did a marvelous, exceptional job. And if they give awards out to ATC, she should get one. 100%. So I think we're going to stop there. I think everybody is impressed with how she dealt with it, as am I. So I'm going to leave that, guys, and get this up for you as quick as I can, and hopefully see you very soon. Not sure what I'm going to be covering. I've got a few things I've been thinking about, and especially like with the crime. But anyway, I'm going to go because I've been going on for way too long. You take care of yourselves out there, because trust me, it's a rotten old world. So until the next one, bye-bye for now.